Silver had thrown a shoe, and Tonto and I stopped at a blacksmith's on the edge of a little town named McKinney. The establishment was called Coleman Son, and the youngster at the anvil must have been the son. He was quick, and he was expert.
That ought to do it, mister.
Nice job, son. Look at this, Tonto.
Him fine blacksmith.
Name's Collum. Jed Collum.
Pleased to know you, Jed.
Say, mister, if you don't mind my asking, what's the mask for?
Oh, that. Well, sometimes the sun gets to me. This shades the eyes a bit.
Uh-huh.
How much do we owe you, Jed?
Oh, why don't we say $5?
Fair enough. Right, Tonto?
Heap fair.
Hold on there. That'll be $15, not $5.
You, Mr. Collum?
Heck no. This ain't my father. This is Clem Naughton. What's the joke, Clem?
No joke, Sonny. I'm managing this shop now. Your dad went and lost it to Ace Fountain down at the casino. Not 5 minutes ago.
He gambling again?
He was. Figure he's cleaned out by now. This here's the deed, see?
Yep.
And this here's where it says it was signed over to Ace Fountain.
I can read.
Well, mister, like I say, that'll be $15.
Prices get higher every day, don't they, Tonto? It didn't take Jed Collum long to move his gear out of the shop, and Tonto and I rode with him into town. Behind us, Clem Naughton was hammering up a sign that said, Ace Fountain, Blacksmith. We passed more Ace Fountain enterprises as we moved along the streets. The Fountain Hotel, the Fountain Tonsorial Palace, the Fountain General Store, and last but not least, as we reined in and hitched our horses, the Fountain Casino. Ace Fountain's kind of big in this town, isn't he?
He owns it, mister. Lock, stock, and barrel.
You fine blacksmith. You should work shop.
Guess I'll have to. For Ace Fountain.
Your father likes to gamble, huh?
It's like a sickness. I only hope he didn't go and lose the ponies.
What ponies?
The 2-prize Palominos I showed you. Fountain's been trying to get them for a long time. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Well, son, I guess I went and did it.
Guess you did, Pop. We'll be working for Ace Fountain now.
Now, don't you worry, son. We'll get the place back. Just you wait. One of these days, I'll have a streak of luck and...
Now, come on, Pop. You know you can't beat Ace Fountain at his own game. He don't even deal him fair.
He cheats?
Well, there's some say he does, some say he doesn't. Anyway, nobody's going to call his bluff. At least to roll me.
He's the deadliest shot in these parts, mister. And a fast draw on top of that.
Will he bet on it?
Ace will bet on anything.
Pop, what about the Palominos?
We still got them, son. Only I'm afraid we'll have to sell.
Tell you what, Mr. Collum. My partner and I here are looking for some fine ponies. Suppose you sell them to us.
I don't know, stranger.
We pay top price.
What do you think, son?
I'd rather see these fellers get them than Ace Fountain. And you know, he'll get them sooner or later, just like he's got everything else in this town.
Okay, boys. How's about 200?
It's a deal. Tonto, will you pay the man and get the piece of paper?
Yes, Kimasabi.
Meanwhile, I think I'll get acquainted with Ace Fountain. Which one is he, Jed?
Over there, by the stove. The one keeps laughing all the time.
Well, there I'd been picturing Ace Fountain as a big, mean hombre with killer's eyes. Turned out he was a gentle-looking old man with white hair. And on top of that, he didn't have the use of his legs, and he sat in a wheelchair. Well, you can't tell a book by its cover, so they say. But if Ace Fountain was the fastest draw in town, there was a reason for it. He kept his holster strapped to the arm of his wheelchair, within an inch of his fingers.
You looking for somebody, stranger?
You Ace Fountain?
That's what they call me. Say, what's the mask for? Now, you don't aim to hold us up now, do you? Wouldn't that be something, boys? A hold-up at Fountain's Casino?
That's not what was on my mind, Mr. Fountain.
No? Well, I'm glad to hear it.
Thought maybe a little cards to pass the time.
You hear that, boys? Man wants to play cards.
Here, you're a betting man, Mr. Fountain.
You heard I was a betting man? Did you get that one, boys? All right, sit down, stranger.
Thanks.
Never let a stranger get away from here without him having himself a little fun. Now, what'll it be, boy? Draw, stud, deuces wild?
Little 5-card stud will suit me.
By all means. Cut. Your deal. All right, now the first king bets. Up to you, stranger.
$5 be all right?
$5? I don't know, boys. Can I afford it? Here's your 5, stranger, and I raise your 10.
It It wasn't hard to lose to Ace Fountain. He was a shark. I didn't see any signs of his cheating, but something about the man put me off. He was just too arrogant, a man who had had his own way too often for too long a time. He was too defiant, too proud, and I aimed to take his pride down a peg. 10.
Up 15.
I'll see you, Mr. Fountain.
10s and 3s.
Beats me.
I tell you what, stranger. How about a little straight draw? I always figure that to be a better game.
I think you just about cleaned me out, Mr. Fountain.
Oh, now come on, stranger. You must have something left to put up. Like a little piece of land, maybe? A horse? You always give a fella a chance to win a stake fight. Right, boys?
Well, I don't have but a few dollars left, but if you're interested in ponies,
Ponies, you say?
prize palominos. Just bought them from Mr. Cullum over there.
Is that right, Pop? This fella buy them ponies from you?
Showed them to him, Ace.
Well, what do you know? All right, stranger, what'll it be? Stud again? You name it.
Well, as you can see, I'm not too good at cards.
Cut the deck, then? That's an easy enough game for a tenderfoot like you.
Truth is, Mr. Fountain, only thing I'm really good at all is shooting.
Shooting? You hear that, boys? Shooting. This here fella's asking me to a shooting match.
Thought you were a betting man, Mr. Fountain.
Mister, you just lost yourself 2 prize Palomino ponies. Wheel me out to the street, boys. Let's show this fella what good shooting really is.
Outside the casino, the whole town came into the street to watch. We collected a lot of tin cans and bottles, and the shooting match was on. I chose Tonto for my assistant, and Ace Fountain had Clem Naughton.
Now, these here are the rules, stranger. You have your man throw a bottle into the air, and you shoot for it. Then me. First one to miss, he's lost. Savvy?
What's the bet, Mr. Fountain?
Them Palominos.
One at a time, okay?
Sure.
Against all the money I lost.
Sure. Now start shooting. We ain't got all day.
Ready, Tonto?
Ready, Kimasabi.
Throw.
Nice shooting, stranger.
Your turn.
Clem,
All set, Mr. Fountain.
let it go.
Even Steven. Again, Mr. Fountain?
Oh, this here's child's play, stranger. How about 2 at a time? 2 bottles in the air at the same time.
Sure. Want to make it 3?
3?
If that's too many for you.
Too many. You hear that, boys? All right, Clem. Throw 'em up. 2 out of 3. Your turn, mister.
Tonto?
Ready, Kimasabi.
Reckon I'm even up, Mr. Fountain. Figure I'll just mosey along.
Now, hold on there, stranger. I'm shooting for them 2 ponies. All or nothing.
Against what?
You name it.
Well, what do you say to putting up that smithy shop on the edge of town
Cullum's old place?
for the 2 ponies?
You're on. But this time you're going to lose, mister. 5 bottles. That's right, 5 bottles at one time.
Don't you figure they'll fall too fast?
All right, we'll make them tin cans.
Let's see you shoot, Mr. Fountain.
5 cans this time, Clem.
I got him.
Let them go.
Not bad, Mr. Fountain. 4 out of 5.
Your turn, stranger.
Tonto, anytime. Well, Mr. Fountain, guess your eye's not too sharp today.
Now, just a minute, mister. You don't get off so easy. I'm just warming up. Now, you see that hotel across the road?
The Fountain Hotel?
And this here gun holds 6 rounds. You game?
Well, it's your hotel. Or is right now.
6 cans, Clem. Get 'em ready.
Ace, you gone plumb out of your mind?
Let 'em go.
Well, that was some shooting match. Old Ace Fountain just wouldn't give up. With a man like that, you scratch his pride and he just loses his head. And Fountain lost more than that. By the time it was all over, he'd lost the hotel, the Tonsorial Palace, the general store, and the casino. And at the end of it, he just sat there in his wheelchair smiling at me.
Well, stranger, I gotta hand it to you. You're one fine shot.
You're a good loser, Mr. Fountain.
I've been a betting man all my life. You win some, you lose some. Ain't no use crying about it. Welcome to McCamey, stranger. Looks like you own most of it.
Tell you what, Mr. Fountain, I'll sell you back the hotel, the Tonsorial Palace, the general store, and the casino. Everything except the smithy.
Okay. Now, what do you want?
Will $50 be fair?
You're shaming me, mister.
No,
Yes, you are. Trying to teach me a lesson, you are. Well, maybe you did. But at the same time, I still got some pride left. For the hotel, the store, the Tonsorial Palace, and the casino, say, we'll make it 5,000. And son, you earned it.
Tonto and I rode out of town, and Jed Collum and his father came as far as the blacksmith shop with us.
I can't say how grateful I am, stranger, who turned the deed to the shop back to us.
It's your work, Mr. Collum, and your boys. You can't take a man's work away from him.
Can't say as Ace took it away from us. He won it fair and square. But I learned me a lesson, and I'm through with gambling.
Gambling's a bad habit, Mr. Collum.
Yep, so my boy's been telling me. Right, Jed?
I don't mean to rub it in, Pop.
You keep up good work, young one. You best blacksmith I see in Mini Moon.
Thanks, Tonto. And you too, Ranger.
Ranger?
You didn't think that mask was fooling me, did you? I've heard about you for years, Ranger.
Jed, you follow Tonto's advice and keep up the good work. Maybe we'll see you again sometime. Let's ride, Tonto.
Up, Scout.
Hi-yo, Silver. Ho!